I've decided to do a little video about the history of this Tannenbaum Christmas on the Rhine record. This was a family favorite for many years, and it was only available on LP for most of that time. We call the original the Black Label version, which is I'm showing here. And it was a shellac record, 33 1/3, 12-inch. It had 7+7 selections on it. And over the years, I've tried to find similar copies, cleaner copies, that type of thing. And there was a re-record of this album on MCA in 1980. And the re-record was very faithful to the original, but it was absent 2 tracks. Now, all of this actually came from, let me go back here, this Deutsche Grammophon LP from the mid-50s. This was 6+6 tracks, I believe, or either that or 5+5. And the Christmas on the Rhine Tannenbaum album actually took these tracks and added, I believe, 2 or 4 more to come up with this album. Now, the re-record, and you'll notice here under Christmas on the Rhine, it's got some lettering. You can't read it in the video, but it says da-da-da, dee-dee-dee, Werner Mueller. Well, the re-record was on Decca MCA, and you'll notice that under Christmas on the Rhine, the red lettering is gone. So there's been some confusion as to re-record versus original. Now, the original tracks, I'll call it the Black Label, were also available on some other records from Polydor. This one was called O Tannenbaum, the Most Beautiful German Christmas Carols, and it had 6+6 tracks from the original Christmas on the Rhine. And this came out also in another cover. I think this was in the South American market or something. Same album, different artwork. Now, I've also found at some point in the past the Tannenbaum Christmas on the Rhine on cassette. And looking at it, when I first bought it, I go, well, that's MCA, that's the re-record. That's not the original Black Label. But it turns out that it is the original Black Label tracks, quantity 7+7. And I put this up on YouTube about 4 years ago. I cleaned it up. It's not a very good cassette. It's not Dolby encoded. It's kind of hissy. It's limited dynamic range. But, it sounds a lot better than an old worn-out record. Now, believe it or not, let me find it here. Here it is. This showed up on eBay this year. It's an 8-track of what I believe to be, it's an 8-track version of the cassette. It says MCA on it, but I believe it to be the original Black Label tracks as well. The reason I say that is he didn't show the actual track layout for the 8-track, but it looks like it's same as cassette, except it's on an 8-track, which is kind of neat. Okay, getting back to this original Deutsche Grammophon from 1955 or 1956. Well, in 2005, and here's if you're looking for the original tracks to this record, plus an additional track, which made their way to this original Black Label in 1956 and finally made their way to CD in 2005. It's spread out amongst two collections. These are two CD compilations from 2005. I call one the Merry Christmas Red, and the other one is the Christmas Album Green. And you'll find they call this the Original Masters series. So if you're looking for the original Black Label Christmas on the Rhine Tannenbaum tracks, less, I believe, 3 or 4 tracks, these are the CD collections to get. Each is a 2 CD collection. They're readily available on eBay. And I was just happy as all get out when I found these this year. So that's the history, if you want to call it that, behind O Tannenbaum, the original Black Label tracks.